All right, so when you're evaluating expressions with sine and cosine, these are the basic things you will need to be able to do. So I have a theta here. Now you should be able to evaluate this theta from your unit circle. If you can't do that, that could be a problem starting now. Also, you need to know your even-odd functions. Now this is a thing that we're going to see several times here, but even-odd. Sine is odd, meaning if negative goes in, then negative comes out. Cosine is even, meaning that it's always going to be the same sign. So negative will be positive. And tangent is also odd. That means if negative goes in, negative comes out. And the same relationship is true with their inverses. So, starting here, I am going to do cosine of 2 theta. That's cosine of 2 times 3 pi over 4, which is cosine of 3 pi over 2. Okay? You need to multiply this before you take your cosine. So cosine of 3 pi over 2, you need to remember your unit circle. Okay? And 3 pi over 2, this is 1, 2, 3 halves is right there. And cosine is your x value. So your x value here is 0. All right, how about cosine squared? So 3 pi over 4, cosine squared. So this is cosine of 3 pi over 4. And then whatever my answer is, I'm going to square it. So 3 pi over 4 is 1, 2, 3 right here. And again, I'm looking at my x. So my x is going to be negative square root 2 over 2. Okay, that is the value of cosine. So I get negative square root 2 over 2 squared, which gives me positive because the negative goes away. Square root 2 squared is 2. 2 squared is 4, which gives me a positive 1/2. And then finally, the negative. Again, you have to remember the even-odd properties. So for cosine, when negative is in, this outside comes out the same. So this is the same as cosine theta because of the even-odd properties. And so that's cosine 3 pi over 4, which is negative root 2 over 2. And that's your answers. That's how you evaluate expressions with sine and cosine.